Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to do a self-healing for anxiety. So I'm lying down for this entire video, which is an interesting perspective because I want to show you how you can place crystals on your own body and give yourself a really beautiful and calming energy healing and crystal healing experience if no one else is around at home to help you. As you can see, I've placed some quartz points and amethyst points around the top of my head. It helps to do this before you place your head down, so arrange the points before you lay down. Otherwise, the way I did these points is I held my phone up and I used it like a mirror so I could see where I was placing the points. The clear quartz points that I've got here are pointing outwards, and the amethyst points are pointing inwards. The reason being, clear quartz is a really cleansing and channeling stone. It's excellent for carrying energy. It's also fantastic for cleansing the energy centers, releasing and replacing any negativity or stress with calmness and clarity. So the reason why we have these pointing outwards is because my intention for these stones is to release or channel outwards any stressful or anxious thoughts that I may be holding. The amethyst, on the other hand, is really calming, very soothing. It's a very spiritual stone. It's great for sleep and meditation. And that's why I have the points pointing inwards towards my head, because this is the energy that I want them to carry inwards. So really replacing that anxious, stressful energy inside the mind with more calmness, more serenity, and a feeling of peace. I'm also going to be including some other stones in this layout. For grounding, I'm going to be using Smoky Quartz. I love Smoky Quartz in an anxiety layout because Smoky Quartz does bring that grounding and stability, but what I really love about it is the vibration is quite light. Like, as you can see, this is quite clear. It's not as energetically heavy as a black stone, even though it still has those grounding properties. So Smoky Quartz is fantastic for using if you're working with depression, anxiety, or any heavy energy that's weighing you down. It's also great for working with anxiety because it helps you face your fears in a very safe space and explore those in a more expanded view. So Smoky Quartz is great when we're working with anxiety. So what I'm going to do is place that at my root chakra. You can also place this at your earth chakra between your feet or just below your feet. Because I've already placed these stones around, and if I get up, they might fall around, I'm just going to place it on my root chakra, which is located just above my groin, or between the groin and the knees is going to be a great spot for this. You won't be able to see it on this video, but it is there. I'm also going to be using Lapis Lazuli and Amethyst at my crown and third eye chakras. So I'm wearing a scarf today, which maybe was a little bit silly because it might actually cause my stones to slide around instead of sticking in place. But we'll see how we go. So I've got Amethyst at the crown and Lapis Lazuli at the third eye. As I mentioned earlier, amethyst is a really calming and soothing stone, which is why I'm placing it at the crown chakra. Lapis Lazuli at the third eye is also a fantastic stone. So Lapis Lazuli is a stone for speaking or expressing your truth, but why I love it in an anxiety layout is because it also helps bring, I guess, truth to the situation. So anyone who's suffered with anxiety knows that we can kind of get stuck on these unrealistic and untruthful tangents where we might obsess or feel afraid or anxious about a situation, and we blow it out of proportion and we lose perspective and truth. We kind of get out of touch with the reality of the situation. So that's certainly how I felt when I suffered from anxiety and was having panic attacks a few years ago. So we really need a stone that helps connect us more to the truth of the situation and see it in its reality and for what it really is. Lapis Lazuli is great for this. It's also a good stone for helping us to be able to communicate, and I guess not only communicate with others about what we're experiencing and going through, which can be really challenging at times, but also with ourselves. So to be truthful with ourselves and to open that line of communication with ourselves about what we're experiencing and when we need to seek help, and I guess getting to the root of what may be causing us to feel this way. It's also a stone of integrity, and it is also a calming stone too. So it brings those additionally calming properties to this layout. On my heart chakra, I'm going to place rose quartz. So rose quartz is a really beautiful, emotionally healing stone. What I love about it in an anxiety layout is the emotions when we're in a state of panic or anxiousness, we get the fluttery heart palpitations, we feel emotionally unstable, we feel tightness in the chest. And so rose quartz is really going to help calm and soothe this entire area here, help calm those nervous palpitations, help settle the emotions, help us not get swept away in the fear and those irrational feelings that we may go through when we're in a state of anxiety. And it just helps all of that calm down and come back to a place of peace and serenity from an emotional perspective. Once all our stones are in place, what we can do is just simply place our hand over each chakra point or hands, or hold them above if you're worried about knocking the stone off, and just send our healing intentions into those stones. So sending the intention to just release these feelings, reminding yourself that this is going to pass. It's okay. Take deep breaths. Just stay in the moment. Just let it go. You're fine. You're safe. This is just an emotional response. It's going to pass. Focus on your breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Coming to the heart space, feeling your chest rise and fall. This will pass. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're under control. Willing your heartbeat to slow down and settle. And we can override the mind and those that flight or fight response by coming back into the breath and forcing ourselves to take slow, deep breaths. And this will start sending these messages into the brain that you are safe, you're not in a dangerous situation, and everything needs to slow down now. It's okay to be calm, and it's okay not to panic. I'm also going to grab my wand, and I'll show you how we can incorporate a wand into this self-healing too. Okay, I'm back with a quartz wand here. This is a single terminated a trans channeler. It's got a blunt end, which is a feminine end, and it's got a pointed end, which is the masculine end. So the way I'm going to work with this quartz point is I'm going to spiral counterclockwise if I was looking at myself. So from your perspective, I'll be going counterclockwise. And I'm just going to draw that stressful energy out along those quartz points. Like this. So spiraling counterclockwise, drawing the energy out. And while I'm doing this, I'm visualizing all that stressful energy just flowing out of my mind like rivers flowing out of a dam. And I can actually feel that starting to release. I'm not feeling very anxious today, but I'm certainly feeling a little stressed at the moment. So I can feel all of that stress just melting away. And this layout is also very good for stress. Feeling calm and peaceful. And I'm just flowing that down my body as well, and flowing it out through the root chakra. Just releasing any blockage along the way. Through the heart, moving it through, bringing alignment back into my body. I'm just flowing this in a straight line down my body. out through the root chakra. In the same way that we're using the wand to channel the energy out along the quartz points, we can also use the wand to channel energy in through the quartz points like this. So bringing it in, and this time I'm going to strengthen that energy in clockwise spirals. So bringing it in, strengthening and charging that energy, integrating it into the third eye and crown. Bringing it in and around. And you can do this as many times as you feel you need to. In, around. Feeling really calm now. Working with a wand on yourself can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to be mindful of which direction you're spiraling the wand. So a very easy way of working with a wand on yourself if the spiraling and movement is too much is to simply hold the wand in a certain place. So I can just hold the wand here pointed at my third eye or my crown chakra, and as it's there, I'm just sending intentions through the wand, feeling the energy flowing in. Feels so cool and cleansing, feels so nice. Or you can point the wand away and hold the blunt end of the wand against the chakra or energy point or part of the body where you want to release energy. So visualizing this energy flowing out, any stressful thoughts, just releasing them, letting them go, just sending them flowing out through the wand. And this just feels so calming. And the reason why I love using clear quartz in this layout and for this wand is because it is so clarifying. It does bring that cleansing, clarifying energy. And I think that's really important when we're working with anxiety. So I hope I've helped you in this video to begin working with crystals on yourself. Like I said, oh, there goes the crown stone again. I might leave that off. As I mentioned, it can help to use the phone as a mirror or just keep it simple. You don't have to work with all of these points. You might just choose to place one quartz point to start with, and maybe two amethyst points either side. You can simplify, you can use your hands, you can use a wand. If your hand starts to feel tired, then put the wand down and just simply place your hands there and send the intention into yourself. Now I'm going to go ahead and place the amethyst on my crown chakra. I would normally place this just a little higher, but I'm wearing my scarf, which is a bit silky, and I'm worried if I place it higher, it will slide off. And then I've got my, oh, there it goes. One moment.